He's just a common man, working hard with his hands. He's just a common man, working hard for the man. Hey, he's American dream.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 75, part 3.
The American Dream kind of doesn't even will. Well, if you will, you can do it yourself if you want to.
If you will.
There you go.
Let's start off with 10 better ideas from 2000 WWE could be using right now.
Right now, number 10, Roman Reigns is Kane. Dean Ambrose is The Undertaker. That's more interesting.
When they work together?
Yes.
Brothers of Destruction.
Brothers of Destruction.
Number 9, Triple H as authority and champion.
He did do the authority thing while him and Stephanie took over.
That's right. So I get it work now.
It could work right now. Number 8, Mick Foley as the Commissioner.
Oh, no, his stupid ideas. He thinks Eva Marie's good and don't need him as a commissioner.
Exactly.
Number 7, sign Kurt Angle. Of course, sign Kurt Angle.
Of course.
One more year, one more run. Finish it up at WrestleMania 33.
With Kurt Angle versus Daniel Bryan.
At WrestleMania 33.
Exactly. And number 6, The Rock needs to return.
It ain't
No.
not for no wrestling.
Ooh, he makes more money than that.
Number 5, better booked diva angles. Of course.
Of course. Number 4, I think they have passed the prime of being on WWE all the time. That's bringing back Team Extreme.
But it would get some. I mean,
It
hey,
would get some-
the Dudleys have popped a little bit.
That's true. I mean, just not like 4 or 5 year contract. But
No.
for a little while. Number 3.
Number 3, John Cena versus Samoa Joe.
And that's because they were trained in the same area.
Yes.
The same exact place.
I would
so
love
they
it.
faced each
I
other.
would love it.
And then you have number 2, a 6-pack Hell in a Cell, which happened in Alabama.
It did have in Alabama, and we have enough people.
Plenty. That's the
Plenty of
one where
people.
Kishi landed on the hay truck, right?
I don't know, maybe.
And number 1.
with a bullet.
That's true.
Seth Rollins defends the World, U.S., and Intercontinental Championship in one night.
Interesting. That is interesting.
That would be a belt hog right there. But hey,
It's done it before.
I'd rather have Seth have all 3 than have Johnson have the world title again. So.
10 epic $1 million ideas WWE refused to use. Number 10, trade Brock Lesnar for one night only for Ronda Rousey. Let him go to an MMA fight.
But
Let
they
her
refuse
come.
to?
They refuse
Refuse it. Refuse.
Refuse.
It would be great. You'd have cross promotion,
Cross promotion.
MMA, WWE,
And
come
you'd
on.
have Ronda Rousey in WWE.
And you throw ESPN in there too, because it's Brock and it's Ronda Rousey.
Exactly. Number
on.
9.
Bring back WCW. It should be SmackDown already. WCW should be SmackDown.
WCW SmackDown. There you go. Number 8, Kevin Owens over Roman Reigns for the WWE title.
Love it. Love it.
He should be WWE champion way before
But
Roman
they'll
Reigns.
refuse that because they love Roman Reigns, because he's the next John Cena. Number 7, 4 pay-per-view shows a year. The major 4 make you pay for them on pay-per-view.
Exactly. And the rest could be like almost like in your house and it'd be on the network.
Oh.
Just specials. Like the takeover
Just
specials.
out Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam.
As pay-per-views.
And you have to pay for them. You have to pay the $60 to get them.
Right. Makes sense. Number 6, turn John Cena heel in a match that retires The Undertaker.
Yeah. Now,
Interesting.
he would be booed more, but it would have been more if he didn't beat the streak.
True.
That's when you had your point.
I like number 5.
The point there, that would have been it. Breaking the streak, John Cena could be the perfect heel. You'd have to not know what about it. He's got to give it to the children, and he has the most sales because he has this crap everywhere.
Yep. Number 5.
Point number 5, give Paul Heyman control of creative. Yes! Amen!
It would be good, but here's the thing. Like when he was in charge of SmackDown.
He can't.
He's got too much in his ear. He has Stephanie, Triple H, and Vince McMahon, and Kevin Dunn, and all these people. If he can't run his own company and be in charge of creative, he's just not going to do it. He's already said he's happy what he's doing, and it's less stressful. So.
Yes, and you do it, and they say, well, that's a little rough for our PG.
Right.
Can't do that. Or we don't like the direction you're going here. We're going to switch it because I'm Vince McMahon. I have the final say. I don't care who you are, who people think you are. So.
And then we have number 4, The Rock, taking on Seth Rollins. It would be a very good match.
Once in a lifetime.
3 times.
In a row, yes. Number 3, bring back Hulk Hogan for a redemption match. in a couple of years.
Yep.
And no matches, no, just bring it back.
Yeah. Number 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Brock Lesnar.
Ain't gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Number 1 is stupid
That is stupid, and
because he already said
the writing
so
was
fake.
the writing's stupid on that too.
He's so fake.
Replace Vince McMahon with Dana White.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
No. Now we're gonna talk about 4 wrestling talents that NXT dropped the ball on, and number 4 is Ivelisse Velez. That's what I'm gonna say. She was the Mexican girl on Stone Cold Steve Austin's Tough Enough, and now Lucha Underground has her, and she's doing very well. And she's a manager of Matt Cross, who was the first one eliminated on the same Tough Enough that year. He has a mask on, and he has a full, he's got the facial hair way out to here.
Wow.
He's totally different. He's got the black mask on.
Uh-huh.
Can't remember his wrestling name, but before he did that, he was like M Dog 20.
He was Matt Cross, Mad Dog 20.
Not Mad Dog, because that's alcohol. It's M Dog.
He was mad though. Number 3 on the ones they dropped the ball on. Shawn Riker. He was the wrestler.
Or Ricker,
Or
maybe.
Ricker, whatever. He was the wrestler who was on the Rock show on TNT.
Yes, and now
Not sure
he is
what I
with
can't
TNA
A
as
little while.
yes, as Eli Drake. He was with Micah and Drew Galloway, and Micah is Chamacho from WWE, which they dropped the ball on him too.
Yeah, they did.
Um,
This is NXT, it's not WWE. That's another list totally.
Well,
by itself.
Chamacho went back to NXT before he got fired. Just saying. But number 2, these guys did not really get the ball. They didn't. WWE and NXT did not drop the ball on them. They dropped the ball
Yeah,
because
when I saw that too, I was thinking that they.
these are the American Wolves, and they said they wanted nothing to do with WWE or NXT.
Mostly Dave Richards.
Yes, exactly. He's the one that gets all the heat.
So I could expect to see Eddie Edwards.
Yes, if they see enough in him as a singles wrestler, I can see them doing that well. And number 1, I just want to know why they got rid of it. What?
Well, they kept saying
happened?
wait, but that
He's gained more since he left. But anyway.
You can say that, but I think it's just more attitude.
Maybe it was an attitude. Maybe he felt like he was better. Maybe he should have been out there with Cesaro on the main roster already. Maybe that's how he felt.
But he should have told Cesaro, and then Cesaro could say, "Hey, you need to."
Exactly.
But number 1 is Chris Hero. So.
Now we're going to talk about the 6 most decorated tag teams in WWE history. Number 4, I guess I'll do all 3 of them, and you do the other 3.
Okay. Yeah, there were 6 and tie. There was 4.
4
3
were
of them tied for 4th.
Yeah, 3 of them were tied for 4th. The Hardy Boys is 7-time title holders. Minnesota Wrecking Crew, 7-time title holders. And Edge and Christian were also 7-time title holders. So they are at number 4, but it's a total of 6 most decorated tag teams. But since there's 3 of them the same, it's number 4.
Everybody get that?
Kind of weird.
It's okay. It's understand when you're tied, it don't matter the number.
It's all the same number, exactly.
Yes. And number 3 was the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott, a 9-time tag team title holders. Number 2, Harlem Heat,
We're coming for you.
10-time tag team title holders.
When you hate to say that, 10 times. Exactly.
And number 1,
With a bullet for sure.
the returning Dudley Boys, and 18-time
So
tag team holders.
So that means they gonna
WWE,
stay-
WCW, ECW, Japan. I mean,
TNA.
don't count TNA.
Oh, they count TNA for this.
No, not with WWE history. They don't count it for that.
I bet.
I bet they don't.
We'll have to look. Because WWE probably didn't make this list.
They didn't make that list.
Are you sure?
That's on their website.
Well, then never mind, people. So it's way more than 18. Way more than 18 for
I
them.
think it's 20. Maybe 21, 22 by now.
Well, right now, if they only do 18 as what they look at, then they'll be 19-time tag team champions.
Before the year's out.
Before the year's out.
Yes. And we're going to get to...
If you can click on the right thing.
Click on the right thing.
And it's not going to click on the right thing.
Yeah, click on it. Go.
Oh, there we go.
go.
Now we're going to be new
6
technology.
6 surprising facts about Sting.
And they are as follows. He had the most WCW pay-per-view appearances out of anybody in the WCW roster ever. That's huge.
He was the only WCW World Champion to wear war paint or face paint.
Yeah, they call it war paint. It's kind of weird. He wrestled 3 times, not once, not twice, but 3 times in one night at 3 different WCW pay-per-views.
Wow.
That is crazy.
He has defeated 9 former WWE World Heavyweight Champions. And this was put up by WWE.com.
That was like, so that means Hogan and Macho Man and Kevin Nash.
Goldberg.
That's true, because Goldberg was the world champion at one time. So they would count that. He wasn't back then, but he is by now. He is Pro Wrestling Illustrated's most winningest, most popular, that is a really weird word, winningest. Most winningest, most popular wrestler of the year award recipient. So more than John Cena. Even though John Cena had it all these years, he's been there. Sting has been the most popular wrestler of the year for Pro Wrestling Illustrated more times
Than anybody.
than anybody.
And last, but not least, he was the first wrestler, ladies and gentlemen, to win the WCW World title outside United States.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah,
I did not know about this right here.
Yeah, she got married.
Vicky Guerrero got remarried.
I know I had more news, so that's supposed to be ringside news. So.
It's supposed to be ringside news, but I'm just, we never look on here ever. And what is that? Is that Brandy?
It is brand new.
Oh! TNA star
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy's name has been talked about a lot backstage at
It
WWE
has.
recently. I did not know this. As seen on Raw last week, the Hardys were mentioned
We're
during the
throwing some
Edge,
little extra ringside news in here on the.
during the Edge and Christian and the Dudley Boys backstage segment. And they also mentioned it during Stone Cold's podcast. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
Oh, they keep talking about
And
that.
while it might seem odd not to mention them when talking about those teams' histories, that's something that hasn't stopped doing in the past. That's true. They have decided not to talk about them and just talk about the people that are standing there. Additionally, Jeff Hardy was someone to be included in a recent poll asking fans who they would most like to see return to the company. In the
Which we're going to
past,
talk about that poll in part 4 of the list.
mentioning the Hardys publicly was not something encouraged by WWE, as they are both
Yeah.
TNA talents.
You don't talk
However,
about TNA
a
talents.
Jeff Hardy WWE return could happen as TNA is looking to cut costs, and both Hardy and Kurt Angle are said to be amongst the highest paid talents in the company.
Yeah, would
Huge.
you want- well, we'll talk about it. Like I said, we will talk about this poll in part 4 of the list, which is next. So that's it for part 3.
It is it for part 3
Got a
and a
little,
little extra.
you got a ringside news there.
You got that all for free
Yeah, free.
on YouTube.
You don't have to pay for it, folks. Free.
Not even 9.99.
Well, click over to part
Just
4
gotta make
of
sure
the
you pay your
list.
Wi-Fi bill. That's all.
Yes. The Don't Miss
The list that don't miss.
in episode 75.
Are you
Top
on the list?
Rope Reality.
Are you on the list?
I'm on the list. Are you on the
We
list?
ain't on the list.
Yeah.
Maybe one day somebody will have us on the list.
Someday.
Of the greatest little bitty shows on
Thank you.
YouTube.
Try to get back on there as you talk to them. We're going to talk about the 11 long-term booking directions for the WWE in 2015-16. And number 7,
Number
the Shield
7.
reunion.
That's huge.
Would you want to see a Shield? Could it happen
Could it?
at Night of Champions?
So stupid. And then we're going to tell you who all is in
The 32.
the King of Jobber Tournament.
32 jobbers.
Who will be the king of the Jobbers? Not Jabba the Hutt. The Jobbers.
Plus,
Whose
like I said,
return
and
would
we'll-
generate the loudest crowd reaction?
Yes.
That was the poll that you're talking about.
Oh,
correct?
yes, and we'll get the names when we get to part 4. We're going to rebuild. We're
Look
going
at the difference in the two names that are the same.
It is pretty weird.
That's sad.
That is sad for one of them. And we're going to
He's-
bring in the hammer and the nails, and we're going to rebuild
Oh.
because this man here threw it out
I
last
threw
week.
it out there. We go on the fly around here. I
We're
might
gonna-
throw out another one this
We're
week. I
going
don't
to
know.
build NXT, or rebuild NXT.
I might say let's rebuild Lucha Dragons. Lucha Underground. I don't even know nothing about it.
Me neither.
Never watched it.
Conan, and Rey Mysterio and Alberto Del Rio. Yes.
And John Hennigan.
And Alvarez. Okay, we're building right here.
Alvarez.
And Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero. Okay, you see that pattern here, folks? Okay.
They all mess.
And Kurt Angle. Just throw one white American in there.
That's true. He had good chemistry with Eddie.
Kurt Angle and Jack Swagger. They gotta be the heels. So,
Oh, the All American Americans.
yes. And
That's a
cross
great
the
tag
border
team.
and cross the border match.
Oh, jeez. That is really sad that both of them are under someone else.
It is.
That is just sad.
It is so. And you gotta turn in to see what he's pointing at. and
What
laughing
am I
about.
pointing out? What am I laughing about?
So we're
You're
right back
the
here.
fucker.
Click over to part 4 of the list that do not miss.
He is.
Mike Hogan.
And I am Justin Kai.
Would you like Sting did?
That's right. Trying to do the NWO thing is what he's trying to do.
Shove the statue over Christian.
That was awesome. We will be right
Thank you.
back.
Thank you. That's what I
You're
say.
welcome.
It was the Attitude Era squashed in my face. I was
It
made
was a little Stone Cold stuff, you know?
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back for part 4, the list that does not miss.
Click on over. See you in a few.
He's just a common man.